So let's talk about this warning and other developments with Yuriy, an advisor to Ukraine's defense minister. Thank you so much for joining the program tonight, Yuriy.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
So to begin with, just picking up on our last segment. So Russia's state news agency has shared information, inverted commas, that the alleged killer of Dario Dugina had previously served in the Ukrainian military as a member of the Azov regiment. What is your response to that?
Our officials have already responded that, of course, Ukraine has not anything to do with what happened in Moscow. Look, we all understand that Mr. Dugin, as you have said in your report earlier, is one of the ideologues of Kremlin. He's the person who is known for saying that Ukrainians must be killed, killed, and killed. Now, these are his words. But nevertheless, we Ukrainians, we are not Ruskies. We understand that the only chance that we have to win this war depends on the support of the international community. And we understand that we cannot act as terrorists. So that's why, the only objectives that we are firing at are military objectives. So, of course, this looks more like a false flag terrorist act, false flag terrorist operation, rather than anything to do with Ukrainian armed forces.
And if indeed it was a false flag operation, are you concerned that Russia will use this assassination as a pretext for yet more violence and uglier attacks on Ukrainians?
What we have seen in the last 6 months is that Russia is a terrorist state which does not need any justifications or any specific, occasions for the war crimes, for the missile strikes. They take place on a daily basis. Ukrainian civilian people are dying on a daily basis. So, of course, we take precaution because we also understand that Russia has a very weird way of believing in the magic of numbers. And of course, Ukraine's Independence Day is something that probably the Russian leadership hates very much. And we will not be surprised if they are planning to carry out some provocations. But at the same time, I would like to repeat that for the last 6 months, Russia has proven itself as a war criminal, as a genocidal army, which does not need any pretext. They kill Ukrainian people every day, and we need to stop this as soon as possible.
We have all been witnessing that every day of this invasion. You're absolutely right. Now, as you mentioned, the events to mark Ukraine's Independence Day on Wednesday have been banned in the country's capital and the second largest city, Kharkiv, because of concerns about what Russia might do if they are fixated on that particular date. What does the intelligence suggest, or what are you preparing for potentially?
We are living in an atmosphere where we have to be prepared as a nation, as people, as citizens, as dwellers of major cities. We have to be prepared for the worst on a daily basis. We have air raid sirens in major cities ringing out every day. So we are, by now, we are used to them and we are prepared. Of course, our authorities, ahead of these celebrations, they have warned everyone to be extra careful and pay extra caution to the air raid sirens, because provocations are possible. But at the same time, it is very unlikely that something extraordinary will happen, because we live in this atmosphere of terror for the last 6 months.
And we've seen a recent series of attacks on Russian forces in southern Ukraine and in the illegally annexed Crimean Peninsula. Are you changing your tactics at this point in the war 6 months on?
Our tactics in this war has been improved considerably, of course, by the support that we receive from our international partners, which is led, of course, by the US. Let me tell you, by every time, almost every night when I come back from home, my 11-year-old son, he's asking me one and the same question. He's asking me, Dad, have the Americans gave us more rockets? Have the Americans gave us more Atacms missiles? So my 11-year-old son right now, instead of studying who is Newton, who is Shakespeare, my 11-year-old son knows what is the firing range of HIMARS systems,
what is the caliber of M777 cannons, and this is not normal. This needs to be changed. So our tactics, I would like to go back to where I started. Our tactics are changing because we are receiving the vital support from our international partners, and in particular from the US on the battlefield. But we need more of that support. We need tanks. We need F-16s. We need Atakan missiles, which have the 300-kilometer firing range, because the sooner we will receive these weapons, the sooner we will be able to end this war, and the sooner we will be able to restore peace and stability in Europe. Because this is a war which Ukraine is fighting, but we are fighting not just for our own lives and our own future. We are fighting for the values of the whole of the civilized world, and I'm sure that all of our international partners understand that.
Yuriy, thank you so much for joining us and for sharing that harrowing anecdote about your son. Obviously, no 11-year-old should be concerning themselves with that, but that is the reality for all of you. Thank you so much for joining the programme.
Thank you.